Ah!
Yeah, come on!
Didn't subscribe! You ready for the show, man?
I don't know.
Hello, everybody. It's Dave and Jay's Powerbomb. It's October 7th, 2020. And you know what? We just watched AEW Dynamite Dog Collar match.
That's right. We got the dog collar match coming up tonight. It's going to be pretty insane. We'll talk about that later. But the whole show is the 30 years of Jericho Y2J celebration. And it's been 37 years since the last dog collar match, so this is a pretty momentous occasion. We'll jump right into it. First match of the night, we got a favorite of Jay and I's, Will Hobbs, going up against the FTW champion, if you want to call that a real championship, Brian Cage. Not taking anything away from the man, Brian Cage, phenomenal athlete.
Yeah.
He's just mixed
He's a fan
up with
of
the
us,
wrong
but
guys.
yeah, he's totally mixed up with that piece of shit Taz. That fucking piece of garbage announcer should probably just be stomped by fucking Excalibur, which would be really a squash match, but it's enough about that piece of trash.
Yeah, and so then we got, and that trash, and Starks is cool, and they're both on color commentary, and, Brian Cage's power and agility is well on display during this match. He's like a very impressive athlete, and he does some crazy pump handle face slam, according to JR. It's pretty crazy. He's got Will Hobbs in the pump handle, goes for some crazy slam. Brian Cage always showing some innovative offense. He falls out with some crazy flatliner move that I'd never seen before. Like, it's pretty nuts. So then they're pulling off German suplexes on each other. One will pull off a German, the guy will get up, the other guy will German the other guy. So they're going back and forth that way. And then Will Hobbs, he hits his finishing move. It's this devastating spine buster called the Last Will and Testament.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, he's going biblical with it. Nothing wrong with that. Good messages. And so then what happens here? Oh yeah, so Will Hobbs, he's going for it all. He's going in slightly unfamiliar territory to top rope. He goes for a big frog splash. He misses, and Brian Cage is able to follow up with his big old suplex into the sit-down pile driver, and he got the big man up for that big win.
1, 2, 3.
That's right, and it's over. And then what happens? Oh yeah, so then Starks hits the ring, and Taz is like, "No, Ricky, not yet, not yet." And he's got offer for Will Hobbs. 2 options, as a matter of fact. Option A, join Team Taz.
Who wants to do that?
Not me, ever. Option 2,
take the beats by Team Taz and not be part of Team Taz.
So he chooses option B, but he doesn't really have to, thank goodness, because Darby Allin comes in to big save.
Big save. Darby Allin does this thing. I'm depressed. I can't skate with my friends. Okay, was there really much more to say about that?
Nope. And then so throughout the show we got words from all these like top list celebrities saying kind things about Jericho during his 30-year momentous occasion. His career spanned probably 5 decades. It's insane. And so then we have what do we got? We got words from Murderhawk. Murderhawk has got some words. He's talking. Jake didn't say a damn thing. It was all Murderhawk. And him and Moxley, they had a match at Wrestle Kingdom, NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Murderhawk saying he's coming to finish the job right here in AEW, and I applaud him for it.
Oof, man. It's going to be awesome.
I think so too. Well played, AEW. Well played. So then what do we got? Oh, yes. So we have another Brush of Greatness match with FTR under 20-minute time limit rule. This is an AEW Tag Team Championship match. Their hand-picked opponents tonight is none other than THQ. So
it's a hybrid.
They're hybrid. They're THQ. Who knows? Yeah, so I guess they've been pulling together some victories on Dark that only Jay's seen, and
would you like to check out the AEW Dark?
I wish I could, man. We will. Who am I speaking for? I will. My pledge.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of history about TH2 there. One of those guys is one of those crazy bastards from Lucha Underground.
Yeah, according to an underground source of ours, an inside source, so to speak. Shh. And then, so yeah, they're coming in hot early, those TH2 boys, and they're hitting like some top rope to the outside of the ring, Insanity. They're like, then I think the FTR guy, they're going into commercial, he hits that figure 4 on the outside ring post when he leans outside the ring. So they're doing some picture-in-picture stuff. Then Angelico of THQ hit some crazy double submission maneuver on both the FTR guys, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, both of them reaching for the rope there.
Yeah, it could have made them
like
both tap out at the same time. New champs,
it
right?
It would have been nice. I couldn't care who the new champs would have been, man. I just would have been happy. I'm like, all right, those guys lost. Thank God.
Mega
Fucking
heels. They're
mega
doing their
fucking-
jobs well.
yeah.
Everyone hates them. I know we do. So then, they followed up with a crazy stomp move, and then they're doing some crazy roll-through suplexes into pins. Like, it seems like Jack Evans almost has him in some crazy pin after a bunch of suplexes. Could add new champs, kick out. And then FTR... Jack Evans, he injured his ankle or something. He's doing some top rope weirdness. Gets some crazy near fall pin. And then FTR is able to recoup. One of them hits a top rope suplex. The other guy hits a frog splash. They pin him. They're like, they retain their championships. They're saying, oh, there's new Bucks, better look out, blah, blah, blah. And so that's what that is. And then the Bucks are backstage watching this whole fiasco go down. And then, like, I guess... they don't realize they're on camera, and they accuse the cameraman of spying on them.
Yeah.
And what happens, Jay? Big ol' super.
Well, and being the elite, they gave Tony Khan $50,000 to pay for all the future fines they're going to do.
That's right. So
that
they can
means
do whatever
those
they
guys
want,
are gonna be,
right?
like going badass.
That's pretty good. So then what happens? Oh, yeah. After they super kick the cameraman, the best friends come out, and they got a graphic up on the screen, and they're calling FTR wieners. They got them pictures of hot dogs.
I'm kind of concerned about getting those shirts.
Yeah, I mean, we could print them for free probably. Oh, shit, did I say that? 20% off at AEWshop.com this week. So then they're number one contenders. That match is happening live next week. They announced that. And what do they do? Oh, yeah, FTR tries to hit him with the titles, but the best friends are able to get away, and FTR runs from the ring like the cowards that they are, and best friends hold the championships
Which looked really good.
Yeah.
It looked really good.
And they do the best friend spot, the big hug, and we're on to the next segment. So it's looking good for next week for the boys, that's for sure. And next week is also the AEW Dynamite official 1-year anniversary. Who will be TNT champion going into the 1-year Dynamite anniversary? We'll let you know in a few minutes about that. So then we got words from MJF about Jericho, and he's saying, you know, people say it's never really good to meet your heroes, but in the case of meeting Le Champion, you know, it's quite the opposite. I'm sure he's a great man. He's my hero. And then words from Shaq about Chris Jericho. Whatever.
Yeah.
So then, we got the big... This isn't even the main event. This should have been the main event. It's not. I don't know why. But we got the TNT Championship match, dog collar match, hooah, hooah, hooah. And we got... So it's Mr. Brodie Lee going against Cody... Vince owns my last name, Rhodes. And we got Greg the Hammer Valentine sitting at ringside. I guess he was an innovator of dog collar match back in the day.
I guess I got to go back and look for that match on YouTube. It should be about somewhere
Or not,
around.
you
Yeah,
know.
well, there's like so few dog collar matches out there.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes. So then, he's coming. Cody has he's accompanied with his wife, like Thirst Trap
Instagram
Smoke
Thirst
Show.
Trap.
Yeah, and Arn Anderson, not so much. And then Brodie Lee, not to be outdone, has Anna Jay with him, and John Silver. So then Silver's busted open early during this
that
match.
was crazy. That thing, all
by
my
Cody.
accident. Yeah.
And then what happens? Cody goes, he's going on the offense. He goes up for that Cody cutter, but they're connected. Like, imagine Jay with a dog collar around his neck. And you know what? I'm just getting crazy picturing this. It's just too out of control.
Yeah, so there was like a total like a Cody cutter going to be like going on down, and it was just like Brodie Lee join the Dark Order and subscribe, being a smarter wrestler than Cody could ever be, pulled on a chain and screwed it up and caught him. Oh my god!
How apropos!
Oh my god!
How's my hair? 'Tis his eye, dashing. Davy Rhodes.
There you go, dashing Davy Rhodes.
I don't need any notes for this one, though. I was there, man. I bled for the company that I started, AEW. Me alone. My wife had nothing to do with it. She's an alcoholic thirst trap. How good was she looking tonight? My wife, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what happens next? What did I do? to Brodie Lee here. So yeah, I got busted open pretty good, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
totally,
lie. Like, I
man.
thought I was gonna die. And then what happened? I'm like, I got brain damage, like, from the match. It's so crazy.
I know, it just
I
made
wrote it
that,
down,
the
though.
blows just made your hair all frizz out,
Yeah,
man.
so then, like, yeah, that's crazy. Woo! So then, yeah, I hit this crazy DDT on Brodie onto the chain, and then I busted him open pretty good, right? And then, yeah, I fucking put the chain between Brodie Lee's legs, and I whipped it up real good and nailed him in the nuts of the chain, and that bought me some time going into the commercial, because my dad had taught me that. Dusty Rhodes, he's an American dream. And then what happened here? Yeah,
really
so then
is an American nightmare right here.
yeah, so then I busted him open real good, and then I wasn't done. I went on that apron, and I hit the package pile driver, and I jumped off that apron, through a table, and I put Vince, Brodie Lee, whatever you want to call it, through that table, and then I gave him more chain beatings, and then but he hit that boss man slam on me. That's why my hair's in such a tizzy here. Usually I'm more better kept for the audience here, you know, but you know what happened. Oh yeah, and then Brodie Lee, he whipped a chair at my coach Arn Anderson's head. It almost hit him, man. I'm crazy. That's that's crazy. I almost said I was crazy, but I'm dashing Davey Rhodes, so it's okay.
You are the fucking American psycho.
Yeah, so then my buddy Arn had my back. He had a spine buster, John Silver, who was acting up. And then I had to hit a moonsault on Brodie Lee to show him what's up, right? Because of what he did to my wife a few weeks back. And then I think Brodie hit a super kick on me. I can't quite recall. And then I was able to hit the crossroads. So I thought this was done, like, two-time TNT champion, right? But he kicked out after one. I mean, Vince has some old
Vince was
spit
pissed
in him,
after
right?
that.
He's fucking pissed what I did. Start a new company, competing against him every Wednesday night, winning. How's my hair? All right. So then what did we do here? Oh, yeah. So then I had to go to my old wheelhouse and try to hit that big old vertebraker move on Vince and try to drop him on his head, but a feisty old geezer was able to reverse. And then he hit a super kick on me, though, and then he power bombed me, but I was able to kick out because I want to be champion real bad, because he brutalized my wife a few weeks back.
She's a lush.
And then, oh yeah, I gained 14 pounds for this match to go up against Vince. I forgot about that. And then I had to hit my brother Dustin's move because Vince fucked him up real bad back in the 90s. And then I hit the crossroads again because I'm a cool guy like that. And two-time TNT
This is
champion,
bullshit. No fucking way that
Cody
fucking Brodie Lee
Rhodes,
should have been taken the fucking title
Frat
away
house
after
for
two
life.
fucking fuck your fucking
Frat house for life.
Fuck your fraternity. You are
Two-time
not the alpha
champion.
and the
Go-
omega. Eventually
Yeah.
somebody will come along and destroy you, dashing Davey Rhodes.
Could it be Orange Cassidy?
It's
He
probably
came
going to be
out,
number 3
he
in a
ruined
bit.
Ruined my moment with a thumbs up. I'm giving him a thumbs down next
Yeah,
week. It's
yeah,
dashing
great.
Cody Rhodes,
You're going up
two-time
against
TNT
Orange
champion,
Cassidy. He doesn't
up
even really
against
deserve another
Orange
shot
Cassidy.
already. This is
and that's
horse
what's going
shit.
on here.
The whole thing
Here,
is horse
hold these notes,
shit.
Spot Monkey.
I am
Dashing
not a
Davey
spot
Rhodes
monkey.
out. Two-time, bitches.
I don't even know where this guy comes from or has the ego to do this, but he is definitely psycho. But you know what? Yeah, he may have won. And then the next match we
What
had.
happened, man? What happened?
No,
I went off for smoke for a few minutes.
We're on the
What
whole.
happened?
Where are we on your sheet? I didn't even take a
Oh,
look. We were on.
Thanks for holding this for
I know
me.
we're with Big Swole.
Big
is
Swole?
next. Oh my
What?
God! Yeah, we're at the Big Swole segment
Yeah,
now.
so we got an 8-man AEW #1 contender world championship match tournament coming up. They're gonna do that. There's lots of guys in there. We have words from Kenny Omega. He's very confident going into this match, but I think he misses Hangman.
Kenny's gonna win it.
I hope so, man. That'd be sick. Go up against Moxley and they can
Take
renew
it
their
away.
feud.
Then we'd have a champion to be proud of.
Finally, yeah, that's important.
Unlike the TNT championship right now.
Oh man, are you kidding me? Frat house for life, man. Oh jeez, QT Marshall can hold his head up high again. That's what we like to see. So yeah, we got Big Swole versus Serena Deeb. Big Swole hits a headbutt, so they wrestle around for a bit. She hits that rolling elbow finishing move, the Dirty Dancing, I think she calls it, and she pins Serena Deeb and wins. And then we cut to Moxley. He's at the bar. He's having shots at the bar, talking about.
Can I make a comment about that? About the intensity of the dog collar match, and then going into Big Swole's mediocre match. Like, if you want people to change a fucking channel, you just fucking did it.
Hey,
just keep going on.
Cody's a hard act to follow. You see how hot his thirst trap Instagram wife looked tonight? Holy shit. All right, so this is our main event. This is weird, yeah, because Cody should have been the main event. But we have a favor to Jay's and no one's, the Chaos Project. Who are the two members of the Chaos Project, Jay?
Veteran New Japan Pro Wrestler, Super Deathmatch motherfucker, Luther, with his tag team chemistry super partner in the classroom, Serpentico, who once was Sammy Guevara, which was awesome comeback. Free Sammy.
Free Sammy, yo.
But it's not Sammy. He was just, I don't know, must have duct taped him in the fucking bathroom or something.
Luther and Le Champion have had so much more history than I've even realized.
Luther was bigger than Jericho in Japan.
Yeah, weird, right? And this dates back to 1991 was when Luther and Jericho first faced off. So they're calling this match 30 years in the making.
And you know what?
In the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, and it definitely was a match not disappointing at all, man.
It's pretty good.
It's like great athletes on both sides.
Yeah, so, and then, they got the whole Inner Circle out there with them, too. Judas Sing-Along, full effect. And Jericho's got his new book out. You can find that at jericho30.com. And Serpentico is used as a weapon for most of the match.
Yeah, which makes like that tag team much more interesting, because the more it happens, I'm starting to see Serpentico recovering faster from every time he's used as a weapon from all the AEW Darks I watch.
Yeah, he's like getting suplexed into the guy on the ground, body slam. I think he's got slammed by Luther onto like one of those opponents.
Jericho like 5 times in a row. Jericho took the beef.
They have beef. So then Hager's bowing to Jericho because it's 30 years of greatness, as he should. Everyone's bowing. I'm bowing. Luther hits a somersault off the top rope onto the outside and plows through all those guys outside the ring. Then he hits the King Kong knee drop, which I thought was pretty cool. He kind of comes off the top rope and knees Jericho in the head. And then they do some double top rope knee strike, which was pretty cool against the boys there, the Inner Circle. Yeah. And then Luther hits Jericho Floyd. Yeah, Aubrey's back's turned. There's a big hoopla. And somehow Luther gets his hand on the bat, Floyd, I don't know how, and smokes him.
Yeah, it looks like, I guess, one of the Proud and Powerful must have threw it, and Luther just like snapped it out of the air, and it just kind of, turned totally backwards, and took a good strike, was going for the pin. I thought it would have been over after the bat strike.
Did the Babe Ruth, pointing, swinging for the fences. Did it pay off? Not if a Judas effect has anything to say about it, and it did big time. And Jericho was able to hit that Judas effect on Luther and win Jericho. And then after the match, this is a great moment, right? 30 years of Jericho. We got the Inner Circle out there celebrating. Yeah, singing along. And then we have an interruption from MJF. However, don't be alarmed, people. Okay, I don't want to trigger anyone here, but it was out of respect. It was out of respect this time. And he brings gifts. He comes bearing gifts. He's got the thing with the blanket over it, and he pulls it back, and
there's a clown holding the picture.
It's wrapped.
Some sort.
Yeah, there's a picture.
Well, it's a picture.
Yeah, so then he's like, they don't like clowns. So then the clown has another a present, and they open it, and it's a picture
of MJF
in all his glory, right? So he gives to Jericho. And then so Jericho, he accepts the gift, and then he smashes it over the clown's head, which I thought was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then he gives the clown the Judas effect.
Which was pretty... That clown sold that motherfucker like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
I thought he was dead. He probably was.
Sold it like he was hammering and egging for Vince McMahon himself. And then the celebration begins. We got all the heels coming out there. They're rolling the credits.
And Jericho does everything. It was such an amazing...
it was like boy, key grip.
It was like Saturday Night Live ending.
Yeah,
and
they're just all
so good that they did that. Yeah. Like AEW knows
and
how to have fun.
I think that's how we should end it. Just, goodbye everybody, and we're talking and they can't hear us and we're having a good conversation. It's like, that was a great show tonight. Yeah, all right.
Motherfuckers haven't subscribed. I hate you all.